Apple. Apples are food items, who would have guessed, right? It was first added in the 0.31 update. Pretty old food if you ask me. So you like their red color and now you want one for yourself. Or you just want one. To get it, you need to break some oak and dark oak leaves. Because it has a 0.5% chance of dropping an apple when broken. If you have fortune on your tool, your chances can increase. But let's say for some reason you don't want to break leaves to get one, well, they can also be naturally generated in a bonus chest if you have one. And also in igloo, stronghold, and village chests, but keep in mind that it's not a 100% chance of spawning. It gives you 4 hunger potions and also can be created into a golden apple, in which we will dive later. Beef. Raw beef is given when you kill a cow or a mushroom, but most likely you will kill a cow. When you get one, you can of course eat it, but only getting 3 hunger points, which is pretty sad, not gonna lie, so let's make it more useful by none other than the furnace itself. Once cooked, you get a steak. Now if you eat it, you can get up to 8 hunger points, and that's more likely than the raw version of it. It was added in the 1.8 update, and yes, it's no more useful than just cooking it and then eating it. Beetroot. Beetroot can be also used as a red dye, of course, besides being a food. If it's a good source of food, I don't know what you decide, it only gives you 1 hunger potion, so maybe not the best, but if it's the only thing you have, it will do it. They can also create beetroot soup, which is a little bit more useful, but we will dive into it later. They can be found in villages, in their gardens. If not a good source of food, at least they can be used for breeding the pigs. Also, they were added in the 1.9 update. Beetroot soup. I told you we will dive into it. Well, not actually. So this food needs to be craftable, which is by using, you won't believe, beetroots. You need 6 beetroots and also a bowl. They also have a chance of spawning in a snowy village house chest, but don't count on that too much. Also, they are not stackable, which means that you can only have 1. They will restore 6 hunger potions bars when eaten, which is obvious, while 1 beetroot gives you 1 hunger potion bar. They were added in the same update as the normal beetroot in the 1.9 update. Bread. Bread, our favorite source of food, or maybe not, but you have eaten it at least once. It's created from 3 wheats, so you probably know how to get the wheat to create one, but if you want to find one bread, then you can go into basically any structure chest and you will have a chance of finding one. It gives you 5 hunger points. It's a common food added back in the pre-release version. Also, they were unstackable at the time, but thanks to Notch, it can now be stackable up to 64. Cake. Cake is a block of food. It can be also equipped with candles if maybe your dog is celebrating a birthday. So cake can't really be found anywhere yet. It would be cool if Notch added it somewhere. I mean, you can find it in the chests of trial chambers, but nowhere where it would just stand by its own. So if you need one, you can create it by 3 milk buckets, 2 sugars, any egg. With the new update, you can pick from 3 eggs and also 3 wheats. To eat it, you place it down and press right-click to eat 1 slice. 1 slice gives you 2 hunger points, and there are 7 slices of it, so it can give you up to 14 hunger points. It was also added in the beta version, 1.2. Carrot. Carrot is a food obtained from none other than carrot crops itself, but how to get the crops? Well, from a villager's farm, mostly. Or you even have a chance to get one when you kill a zombie, but that's like less than 1% chance, so better to find a village. When eaten, you get 3 hunger points, and also it's not only used for your food, but rather for pigs' food as well. While you can breed them with it, you can also put it on a fishing rod and control the saddled pig. Also, you can make the golden carrot with it. Crazy info, right? And also a rabbit stew, along with other items of course. They were first added in 1.4.2, pretty old. Chorus fruit. Chorus fruit is the item that you will probably eat because you are bored and have nothing to do because there's no reason to eat it. They are found in the end, the crazy feature from them. Once you eat them, they will teleport you up to 8 blocks away in any direction. And you can also eat it if your hunger is full. If not, you will get 4 hunger points from it. It was added back in the 1.9 version of the game. Chicken. Let's first dive into raw chicken. It is given when a chicken is killed, like 100% chance of dropping it. It was also added back in the 1.8 beta edition of the game. When you eat one, you get 2 hunger points, but a warning, you also have a 30% chance of getting food poisoning, or the hunger effect for 30 seconds. So let's not risk it and get it cooked chicken. Did you know that chicken can already drop you a cooked chicken? But how is your question now? Well, it needs to be set on fire when killed. This one will give you 6 hunger points and it does not have a chance of any food poisoning, so go with this option rather than the raw one. Cod. Just like with chickens, we also have raw cod, which is given once you kill a cod itself. If you eat it, it gives 2 hunger points, and no, this time you won't be poisoned with anything, don't worry. But you of course want more hunger points when eating it, that's why we have a cooked cod. This one can also be found in buried treasures with 75% chance of one being spawned. Pretty big chance. If you eat this one, you will get 5 hunger points. Cookie. Cookies. Who doesn't like them? Well, parrots don't. Why? You don't want to know and you don't want to find out. Trust. So how to get one yourself? Well, they are. Craftable? To be honest, I have never seen a cookie recipe, but it's 2 wheats and 1 cocoa bean in the middle. So simple, but yet never heard of it. They were added in the 1.4 update, and when eaten, it gives 2 hunger points. Dried kelp. You know, sometimes you feel worthless, but then you remember a dried kelp exists. I mean, don't take it personally, but bro, why would you... First off, why would you go and obtain a kelp and then not throw it into lava, but rather in a furnace, and then, instead of throwing it into lava, you throw it in your mouth? Yeah, I won't ever know. It was added in the 1.13 update, and when eaten, guess how many hunger points you gain, or should I say point? Yes, you only get 1 hunger point for it. It's the worst, try to change my mind. Enchanted golden apple. Enchanted golden apple is a special one, not just special as an apple, but as food in general. I mean, it has everything. It has a lot of good effects, really good effects. It gives you more hearts, gives you food, it's shiny. It's perfect, one golden thing that I like. Good job, Notch. It can be found in chests in many structures. Why is it so special? Well, when eaten, you get absorption 4, giving you 8 hearts. Regeneration level 2 for 20 seconds, fire resistance 1 for 5 minutes, and also resistance 1 for 5 minutes, which reduces damage from all sources except the void and starvation. Insane if you ask me. When eaten, you get 4 hunger points, but you probably won't eat it because you are hungry, but rather because you are going to the deadliest fight of your life. Golden apple. Golden apple is a cheaper version of the enchanted one, but it still has its benefits, like giving you 4 food points and also giving you 2 status effects. Absorption for 2 minutes and regeneration 2 for 5 seconds. I don't know why you would only need it for 5 seconds, but okay. Besides being created with 1 apple and 8 golden ingots, they can also be found in many structures around the overworld. It was already added in pre-release. One nice detail is that you can cure a zombie villager with it, but you will also need a potion of weakness. Glowberries. Glowberries, won't believe, are food that can be obtained from cave vines, and of course, you can grow them yourself. Also, glowberries, like the name says, they produce light. They can of course be found in lush caves hanging from none other than the ceiling of the cave itself. Or you can have one spawned in either mineshaft, ancient city, or even trial chambers. When you eat them, it gives 2 hunger points, and also they were added in the 1.scene update. Golden carrot. Golden carrot is another golden food that is crafted with 1 carrot, and this time with 8 gold nuggets instead of ingots. They were first invented in the 1.4.2 update, but then over time, instead of just being food, it got an ability to be usable to create a potion of night vision. It can also tame horses, donkeys, mules, and also rabbits. You can also find them in Ancient City, Bastion Remnant, Ruin Portal, and Trial Chambers. Honey bottle. Honey bottle, you instead of eating it, you actually drink it, added in the 1.theme update. But how to get one? Well, you need a glass bottle and either a beehive or bee nest full with honey. But make sure that you don't make the bees angry. But if you do. And also, have the honey bottle. Don't worry, because if you get poisoned by bees, the honey bottle can cure that poison by drinking it and also gives you 6 food points. Having 4 bottles, you can create 1 honey block, and if you want some sugar, you just place 1 honey bottle. Melon slice. When you break a melon, you get no other than a melon slice. Of course, depending on your fortune level, you can get up to 9 slices out of 1 melon. They were first added in the 1.8 update. It's not one of the best food sources, but it's a food at the end of the day. It gives you 2 food points. Can be crafted into glistering melon slice, melon, and melon seeds. No animal really likes this one. Mutton. Let's get through the raw mutton first. You probably know how to get one. If not, you just murder a sheep and you have it. Depending on your luck and looting enchantment, you can get all the way to 5 raw muttons. They restore 2 hunger points when eaten, but I don't recommend eating it raw, but rather cook it and get cooked mutton. Of course, you can already get it from sheep if you kill it while on fire, but if not, just cook it in the furnace. Why would you spend your time cooking it? Well, it gives you 6 hunger points, which is 3 times more than before. Also, they were added back in the 1.8 version of the game. Mushroom stew. Mushroom stew is a food that you probably won't find anywhere. I mean, most likely, but you can craft it. 1 red mushroom, 1 brown mushroom, and 1 bowl. Boom! Your stew is ready. It's not stackable, and when eaten, it will give you 6 hunger points. They are a pretty old item added back in the 0.31 update, well, when Minecraft wasn't even in beta version. Potato. Potato is such a basic food, but yet so much stuff you can get out of it. First, we are going through the normal potato. You can get yourself one from, of course, potato crops. It can be found in villages, it's good if you want to breed pigs, and also if you eat it, it gives you, well, 1 hunger point. Pretty sad. But if you are feeling lucky or unlucky when farming the potatoes, you can actually get a poisonous potato. It's pretty rare, 2% chance of dropping one if we are exact, but you can also eat it. And you won't believe it, but those ones will give you 2 hunger points, and not always you will be poisoned. You have a 60% chance of getting poison. But if you were that lucky to get one, try your luck by eating it too. If you are lucky enough, it can be even better than a normal potato. Pretty crazy if you ask me. But if you get a good potato, you can cook it, or let's say bake it, to get a baked potato. This one is the most useful of them all. It gives you 5 hunger points and it's of course stackable, so it's a pretty good source of food. Pufferfish. Pufferfish is actually a poisonous food, so you decide if you want to try it. It can give you hunger 3 for 15 seconds, poison 2 for 1 minute, and also nausea 1 for 15 seconds. Pretty risky decision. It can also be used as a brewing ingredient, which can create a potion of water breathing. To get one, you will need to find it in the ocean or kill guardians, which have a 2.5% chance of dropping a random fish upon death. They were already added back in the 1.7.2 update. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Now we are onto some heat, and I say that because when you eat pumpkin pie, you get 8 hunger points, which is absolutely insane compared to the previous food items. Again, I didn't know that it can be created, but you need, of course, what else than 1 pumpkin, 1 sugar, and 1 egg. Added back in 1.4.2 update, pretty soon for such a good food source. It can also be bought at Farmer Villager for 1 emerald. You get 4 pumpkin pies? Well, that's a good deal. Pork chop. So you decide to either murder a pig or a hoglin, and now you have 1 raw pork chop. But it only gives you 3 hunger points when eaten, and that's just not enough for you. Well, let me introduce you to a furnace where you can cook, bake, or whatever you want to do with your food. Cooking a raw pork chop will get you a cooked pork chop, which gives you up to 8 hunger points, which is now a solid food source, but only when cooked. Rabbit. For the last 15 minutes, you've been chasing down a rabbit, and now you have a raw rabbit in your hand, and you want to eat it. Well, keep in mind, you only get 3 hunger points. And since you spent so long, I don't see why you would only get so low, so let's cook it. Now from a cooked rabbit, you can get 5 hunger points, but again, chasing that rabbit is way harder, and rewarding 5 hunger points not worth it, bro. Rabbit stew. Rabbit stew. I mean, now we are onto some heat. When eaten, you get 10 hunger points. But not so fast, buddy. You still need to create it. You will need 1 cooked rabbit, carrot, baked potato, any mushroom, and a bowl. A lot of ingredients, but for 10 hunger points, it's worth it, trust. It's not stackable, which is not as good, but still 10 is 10, bro. Also, it was added in the 1.8 update, such a good version of the game. Rotten flesh. Rotten flesh is a food, given by no other than a zombie itself. And not only normal zombies, but also drowned, husk, zoglin, tombi horse, zombie villager, and zombified piglin, found in many structure chests. Its usefulness is through the roof. I'm joking. It's useless. It gives you 4 hunger points, along with 80% chance of a 30 seconds hunger effect. If you have a lot of it, a cleric villager can actually buy it from you for an emerald. Salmon. If you ever swim in oceans or lakes, you have already seen a salmon, so let's take it out. You will receive a raw salmon, which when eaten will give you 2 hunger points. So as most of the food, let's cook it to make it more powerful. Because cooked salmon will give you 6 hunger points, and that's more likely for you to eat. Also, they were added back in the 1.7.2 update. Spider eye. Spider eye, let's just say you won't want to eat this one, but you surely want it for some potion making. So you can either kill, of course, no other than a spider, a cave spider, or even a witch. Also, a fun fact you probably didn't know, it can breed armadillos. That's some usefulness right here. If you want to eat it, you get 2 hunger points along with 5 seconds of poison. Added back in the 1.0 version, pretty old one. The oldest so far, actually. Suspicious stew. Suspicious stew can be pretty good if it's created by yourself, because it gives you 6 hunger points along with some potion, but you can actually make the one you want. You need a red mushroom and a brown one, plus a bowl, and now. Add allium if you want 3 seconds of fire resistance, azure bluet for 11 seconds of blindness, blue orchid for saturation, closed eye blossom for 7 seconds of nausea, cornflower for 5 seconds of jump boost, lily of the valley for 11 seconds of poison, oxeye daisy for 7 seconds of regeneration, poppy for 5 seconds of night vision, tulips for 7 seconds of weakness, and a wither rose for 7 seconds of no other than the wither effect itself. It was a long list, but now you know all the flowers. But if you found it at any structure or bought it at a farmer villager, well, it's just a gamble if it's going to be good or not. Sweet berries. Sweet berries can be obtained at sweetberry bushes. Crazy info, right? Naturally, you can find it in taiga and snowy taiga. Also spawn in chests of taiga village houses. It gives you 2 hunger points, that's it. Foxes absolutely love it, and you can breed and feed them with it if you feel generous. Or if you need emeralds, you can sell it to a butcher villager for an emerald. Tropical fish. Tropical fish is found in many oceans, and it drops when you kill any fish that isn't one of the ones we have already gone through. You can just straight eat it, giving you 1 hunger point. It was added in the 1.7.2 update, and it's pretty useless if you ask me.